For Fitchburg, what can you say? They played tough last week. They were in there all the way against a formidable team in Brockton and lost by a score of 3-0. But talking with Coach Kazenza and members of the staff, he was basically don't let this get out. But he was kind of happy with the way things went. I mean, they thought they played him tough.
Well, 3-0, and they had the ball at the 40-yard line in the last 3 minutes. So they didn't have any opportunities to score, but the defense played an excellent game. Couple of goal line stands, and no shame losing to Brockton 3-0. That's for sure.
Wachusett's in there visiting white uniforms with the green, the Hunter green, I guess you would call that, the New York Jets green. And the Red Raiders are out there in their white pants with the red helmets. And we are just about ready for our national anthem here at Crocker Field. Fitchburg High School Marching Band. Yeah, we had a good chance to talk with Mike Dubzinski. Dubzinski's down. Steve Dubzinski's here. They're all down. We are just about ready. As I didn't catch who did that.
I missed the coin toss. I believe Fitchburg kicking off.
Some last-minute instructions. The weather, no problem at all. We look over at the flag over to our left, not moving at all. More lights have been added to here at Crocker Field. We noticed last week there's definitely a difference in the lighting, which is good.
Sure, as a player, you'd like it to have it a few degrees cooler. It's a little warm to play football.
A little muggy. Red Raiders will kick off. And when Wachusett gets the ball, they'll be going right to left. As we mentioned at the top, just a great night for schoolboy football. And we are underway. End over end kick, sailing down to about the 11-yard line and heading to the far side, 20, 25, 30 still on his feet, up to the 45, midfield, no whistles yet. Finally a whistle around the 45-yard line. Let's see where they're gonna place the ball. Looks like the near side officials got it right at the 50-yard line. Kind of looks right at the 50-yard line, so a nice return.
Yep, right up the far sideline and got bumped by the kicker, Isis. He couldn't get him out of bounds, and I think it was finally Cesar Perez, number 21, that knocked him out at midfield. Wachusett gets great field position on their opening drive.
We'll have to wait and see who the quarterback is. They've had a couple of them. Ben Lucier, 12. Probably the guy that you'll see. He's come out there yet.
Yes, he's right there.
Be a little delay getting the chains all set up. So they will put the ball right at midfield. 1st and 10, and as we said, the quarterback is number 12, Brian Lucia. At midfield, turn around and give, and ripping off 5 and about 8 yards was Colin Cummings. See what that looked like. Maybe, no?
Big hole over the left side for Cummings to run through. Here it is.
Here it is.
Good lead block by the fullback, turns it up inside, and I think it's finally Sal Figueroa. The safety has to come over and haul him down, but big gain of 7 on 1st down for the Mountaineers.
2nd down and about 3. And this time they'll head to the far side. They'll pick up the 1st down. And that should be a 1st down. And it is a 1st down. It took them a little while. I was wondering if they were going to bring in the stakes or not, but they decided not to, so they're going to put the ball right at the 40-yard line.
That should have been an easy one. The stick was sitting right on the 40. The ball's sitting on the 40.
Lucia calling signals right at the 40-yard line. Quick drop back throw, far side, caught. 45-yard, down to the 30-yard line, pardon me, 35, 30-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. And so far, not a bad start for the Mountaineers.
Well, that was way too easy. There was no red shirt within 10 yards of Ryan McCarthy there at the split end. He gets 5 yards before you see a red shirt in the picture. Pittsburgh's defensive back's playing way off.
Put the ball down at the 25-yard line. Lucia turns and gives, and plunging on the right side was Ford, I believe.
Matt Russell.
Yeah, Matt Russell, who did well last week. Got a couple of yards, 2nd down and 8.
Well, obvious early that Wachusett has a bunch of offensive weapons. They've had 3 or 4 different ball carriers and a reception. So spreading the ball around.
Pittsburgh's got a chance here to get somebody. And it's picked off. It's picked off by, that was Sal Figueroa. You know, I was just going to say, Mike, there was too much running around, horizontal running around, sideline to sideline. And you knew if he threw it, it might be dangerous, and it was, as Pittsburgh's Sal Figueroa comes up with it. And the Red Raiders take over in downs.
Well, it was Mark Merchant, 52, who flushed him out of the pocket. And usually nothing ever happens good when you throw the ball back across your body. And Sal Figueroa came up from his defensive back position and stepped right in front of the intended receiver. And another good stop for the Pittsburgh defense.
Pittsburgh's quarterback is John Murphy. And he turns and gives to the 2nd man coming to the near side. And you'll be hearing number 33 throughout the night. That was Alex Marrero with a short carry of about 3 yards.
It was pretty much Marrero left, Marrero right, Marrero straight up the middle last week for most of the ball game.
Murphy calling signals. Early movement there, but no flags. He goes up the middle. Close for 3, maybe.
It was A.J. Williams, the fullback.
3rd and 7.
3rd 1.
I'm sorry, Williams?
Yeah, the 23.
Senior. So it's 3rd and short. 3rd about a yard. Murphy turns, gives second man. It's Marrero, who appears to have a first down over the 35-yard line to 36, and that is a Fitchburg first down.
Good job by Marrero. His shifting gears in the backfield. Good penetration by the Wachusett defense, but he was able to dance around him and get a couple of yards, and Fitchburg gets their first down of the night.
We'll try to keep you up to date with some of the scoring time that pops up here on the screen. A little floater downfield on the near side, and he overshoots his man, well covered by the Mountaineers on that play.
And C.J. Byers on a go pattern right down in front of the Fitchburg bench. And Murphy just tries to lay it out there, but Byers never picks the ball up in the air. And it falls harmlessly out of bounds. Incomplete.
There's Mike Dubzinski on the sideline for the Mountaineers. Second down play here for the Red Raiders. And whistles. Whistles all over the place.
Early movement by the Fitchburg offensive line. 5-yard penalty.
That'll be second down now. And 15. Ball sitting there at the 32-yard line. And a shotgun for Murphy. Murphy rolls out and throws. It's caught up to the 35-yard line, near the 40-yard line. Got a lot of yardage back on that play. Still, as we said, short of a first down. Third down and 7 coming in.
Fitchburg spread the field that time. Trips to the near side, and then Cowett came underneath as those guys cleared out. Nice little design play. Gets half that 15 yards back.
Yeah, got up to the 40. I might have said 45, but it's a 40-yard line. Third down at about 7. Let's see what Murphy does again. Dumps it off. That's Marrero. Marrero almost broke it, but he was taken down on the play by number 67. Patrick Walsh. No, it wasn't Patrick Walsh. It was Connor Morrissey, who made a nice play because Marrero looked like he was just, his gears were just starting to go.
Yeah, it looked like he had some running room on that middle screen and just caught from behind before he had a chance to get going and would have picked up that first down, but Pittsburgh forced to kick it away.
Good snap, and they get the ball away. Not a bad kick, bounces to the 20-yard line, 15, picked up. And now heading to the far side is the 20, 30. Pittsburgh looking to get a shirt over there, and another fine return up over the 45-yard line. I think he broke one last week. And had another fine punt return here.
Well, you see Fitchburg, they're going to lose contain here. Everybody goes to the ball, and see all the red shirts are in the middle. And once he turns the corner here, he's got plenty of running room. So it looked like Fitchburg was going to pin them deep. But Ryan McCarthy does a great job of picking up that loose ball and then returning it about 25, 26 yards up to their own 46.
Lucier at quarterback, turns and gives it straight up the middle, right over midfield down to the 47-yard line. Nice first down carry. Quite a pile there. It's still going, still lifting people up. Finally, at the bottom of the pile is Jeff Williamson. Tight end, wearing number 8. Bring up second down and about 7. Second down, if I got that wrong, second 4. It'll be a first down coming up here as they go over the 40-yard line. So, Mike, their offensive line is challenging Fitchburg, and they're running the ball all over the place.
Yep, they've won the point of attack so far here in the first quarter.
What I meant to say earlier was we were having some problems last week with our clock, but our clock is okay. It just took me a while to figure out what I was going to say here. First down play, second man through, and here's another big rip for 5-7 yards. He's number 35 on the play.
See all the red shirts going backwards so far.
No real tricks here so far. I mean, this is kind of what Mike Dobzinski's done over the years. Run. Throws the ball near side. It was Marrero who wrapped him up and threw him down right at the 30-yard line. And I mean, right at the 30-yard line. Pick up a third down, and we'll say 3. Long 2.
I think 2 down territory for the Mountaineers, unless they have a big loss on this play.
Yeah, they do. I mentioned they do have a kicker. Used him last week.
I don't think he's that good.
Yeah,
47 from where he is now.
No. Third down play. Once again, they just keep piling right up the middle, Mike. Some late whistles. I don't know if there was an injury there or something.
Nope. First down.
Nice block, or nice lead block on that play.
Zach Wachusett.
Yeah, that's what the coach said. Ball. Wachusett. Everything off to our left now as Wachusett continues their march down in Fitchburg territory. This time they roll out far side. First down and heading into the end zone, and I believe he is in all the way. Touchdown. Looked like a 26-yard touchdown run.
Well, Lucia, the quarterback, that was the designed quarterback rollout. They sent the wide receiver deep, cleaned it out. They did a nice job of sealing that end. And Fitchburg never got anybody close to the ball until he was inside the 10.
That's Ben Lucier, who was the guy that made the play, and took it in for the Wachusett touchdown, which is not 99-0, but it's 6-0. Although 99-0 was kind of interesting to see.
That was the BC score last week, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
Extra
point.
They beat up on Mo Howard University.
Oh, what a ridiculous. Snap is down, the kick is up, and
it's good.
Up in the Dunkin' Donuts pocket. It's good. And 1:50 to play here in the first quarter, and Wachusett gets on the board. They lead by a score of 7-0.
Well, they turned it over their first time in the Fitchburg territory, but this time they take advantage on the 26-yard quarterback roll and run down the far sideline by Ben Lucia to give them the 7-0 lead. Fitchburg having a team meeting out there. Pretty much don't look the same amount of fire as they came out with last week.
No. That appears to be it. And certainly give credit to Wachusett for coming out here. They're ready to play. And Red Raiders are taking a little while before they get into gear here.
Yep. You got to wake up Mr. Touchdown because he's been sleeping now for 5 quarters.
They've been taking a little nappy over there with the makeshift concession stand. Low line drive is taken. And not a bad run by coach said Sal. They just call him Sal. And Sal Figueroa, here it is. Went to the far side and then to the near side. Pretty good run up the middle.
Watch the hit here. I don't know if we're going to catch it. Here it comes right now. Boom! Oh, it dissolved out too quick.
First and 10 for the Red Raiders at their own 35-yard line. Looking to do something to get on the board here. Murphy calling signals. Looked like a little bit of early movement. Marrero, and the game plan has been pretty good so far. I mean, Mike Dobzinski said, just get right on 33. We can't go wrong when we do that.
Well, there's just, again, too many white shirts in the offensive backfield. Marrero doesn't have a chance to get to the line of scrimmage, and he's looking at 4 or 5 white jerseys. Loss of 4 on the play.
It's pretty depressing to the pot that every time you get the ball, you're running into people. If we're going to pass, just lobs it out here to the near side. It's caught over the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Third down and long.
Tyree Hampton at the catch on the play action fake, but that's what Fitchburg has to do. They got to, they got to give Wachusett defense something else to think about besides number 33 in the backfield.
So third down. And we'll see what they do as if they can.
Well, they spread it out. And it trips to the far side. And throw the screen behind it. And
that ball, is it loose or what? No, the whistles blow, so that the play is dead. It appeared to be a forward pass.
It was, yeah. They tried to slip Marrero out into the flat here in motion with 3 blockers in front, but Murphy just threw a wounded duck right into
I'm not so sure. But the whistle blew, so it doesn't really matter anyways. The play is dead, and Fitchburg's going to have to punt it away at the 35-yard line. Low snap, and here's a problem. Trying to get away, and down at the 20-yard line. So we saw a couple of these last week. And this time again, a bad punt. And Wachusett will have great field position here. And where are they going to put it down?
Right on the 20.
Appears to be the 20-yard line.
This should be the last play of the first quarter with only 4.7 seconds to go.
And it's been a quarter that's been dominated, really, by the Mountaineers. First down play. Going to give it off. Nice penetration there, but they can't hold on to him. Another slip tackle. And finally, I don't know if he got a first down out of it or not, but yeah, the replay is going to help us on this. We didn't see much. There it is.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he fumbled on the play, too. Fitchburg, that's a recovery from Fitchburg.
I heard the crowd roaring.
Yep.
I wasn't going to say roaring, but I heard the crowd. And so apparently there was a play right at the end there, and that is the end. So there's another big break for Fitchburg.
It's a second forced turnover deep in their own territory. Couldn't see that in live action. It was way down to the far side of the field.
Can we see that last play, guys? Last replay? I don't know if they can or not. We're so far away from that play. Yeah, we're so far away from the play, it's just hard to see that play. And Somebody poked it out there, and the Red Raiders got a break. Okay, we do have a replay. Here it is.
It's right here, right before he goes down. Somebody reaches in.
He's still standing up.
Yep, right there. There's where it comes out. As he tries to lean forward and get some extra yardage here. You see.
Wow.
Wow. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's out.
See if we can pick up who got on top of it. Well, it begins with a 6. 66.
There you go. Nice job, fellas. Super.
It's a good thing I didn't have a telestrator on that one. There would be yellow lines everywhere.
All right, the Red Raiders will start first and 10 at their own 13-yard line. And it's Murphy, handoff straight up the middle. And Murphy gets up to the 15. Check that. Murphy's handoff goes to Marrero, who, let me double check. I don't want to.
That was Facundo Isis running from that fullback spot again.
I wasn't sure. I didn't see the number.
Yeah, it is Isis. Try to sleep the fullback in there, but he got low bridged as he came across the line of scrimmage.
So they'll put the ball right at the 15-yard line after a 2-yard gain. But right now we're checking on the condition of the player here. Alan Twomley is here, EMT, and they'll go and take a look. There's the coaching staff.
Isis, tough guy to lose. He's not only plays a little fullback and some tight end, and
yeah, he got a little hurt last
week. Plays
too.
defense, and and handles all the kicking duties.
Yeah,
pretty tough to see. He gets kind of low bridge right there as he goes across the line of scrimmage. And he's up, but a noticeable gimp in the gate.
Dan Walker, head coach. The Gamos, Tommy and Mike as assistant coaches. And the rest of the coaching staff, James McCall, Greg Graham, Andy Brooks, Matt Lamy, and John Cowett. Keep an eye on that injury for you. Second down, and let's mark it 8. Murphy, little pitch, and dragged down from behind as Figueroa tried to get around the end, couldn't do it. And he was dragged down from behind for a loss of about 3 or 4. It's going to be third down and 13.
Seems like Fitchburg for the last week and today is always backed up in the shadow of their goalposts. They really haven't had field position all in any of their drives they've started. So some of that play calling is limited where they've had to start places.
Third down play coming up.
Now they got man-to-man across the bench here.
Back to pass, throws long, deep, and overthrows his man. The intended receiver was Tyree Hampton, and it goes over his head. And Fitchburg will have to kick again. Here's your replay.
Murphy had time, but he kind of just hung it out there and hoped that somebody would run underneath it. He was looking for Tyree Hampton on that far side.
Well covered.
Murphy's going to have to go in and punt too, because
punt, yeah.
with Isis getting treatment here on the bench.
And this one's going to be a shank over by the 30-yard line of Wachusett. But kind of tough for Murphy because he may do some. He may be the backup punter or something like that, but kind of tough to be thrown into that situation. But nonetheless, Wachusett will start now with Really good field position. They've had great field position all night.
Well, they've been in Fitchburg territory all 4 times they've had the ball. Scored once, turned it over twice, and they'll start this drive at the Fitchburg 38-yard line. I'll make that the 34.
And we have whistles. I think everybody's all set now. Up the middle of the pile, and then kind of bouncing off to the right over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Didn't seem like there was going to be a lot there, Mike. He kind of hit the back of the line and then bounced off to the right and managed to pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, well, he bumped into the line of scrimmage, but nobody wrapped him up. And he just kept moving his feet, and when the play ends, he's got a 5-yard gain.
Quarterback is Ben Lucier. Lucier hands off. Right up the middle to the 28-yard line. That will bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to call it 6.
Good stick there, right there at the end of the play. Good solid tackle there by the Fitchburg defense.
It's been all Ben Lucier tonight. The quarterback has been in there from start to here we are in the second quarter. Lucier going to roll out to the near side. Looks, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. I believe it was incomplete. Not a bad pass. I mean, definitely a catchable ball, but
little half roll, tries to look back across the middle, and he did have the receiver open, but threw it behind him.
Yeah.
You saw the intended receiver try to stop and twist his body around, but lost his balance. And the Mountaineers will go for it here on 4th down.
4th down. Fourth and 4, it says on the board, and that's what we'll go with. 4th down and 4. Second man coming to the near side and getting a 1st down. Looked like they had him pretty well covered in there, but kind of makes up for that last play.
Again, very, very little defensive penetration by the Fitchburg front 7.
First down as they place the ball right at the 21-yard line. That's the Fitchburg 21. Lucier kind of looking things over. Turns Gibbs, and the Red Raiders are there to make a play. Didn't fool anybody on that one.
Yeah, that's what you wanted to see on the last play.
Nice play. See who that was. In the 50s, wasn't it?
C.J. Byers blitzing from his defensive backfield spot. Able to quickly wrap up Matt Russell in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Second down and about 12. Nice to see Charlie Holler here tonight. Haven't seen Charlie in a while, but he's out watching the Red Raiders tonight. He says, beautiful night, so I'm watching the ball game. Second down play, gonna go back to pass, and down he goes. There is number 51. Kondo Isis, and he's one of the captains of this team, and wow, he got a late plunge, and woo.
Yes, he was.
He was the guy who got hurt.
Yeah, he was just getting treatment down on the bench. He just leaped over the blocker who tried to low bridge him and kind of like Superman punched the quarterback to take him down for a big sack and a loss.
Well, whatever he was at the bench for an injury, it's been healed.
He came off that corner, that outside linebacker's position on a blitz, and he buried the quarterback.
Third down and way long. Pass long and deep and incomplete. Not that far off. Pretty good coverage. They had 2 men back there. maybe a step or two behind him, but it goes incomplete.
Yeah, Isis again with good pressure, beats the blitz block by the running back. And he had to split the defender backs bound by the goal line, but it falls incomplete.
Coach Dubzinski over there wondering what to do on a 4th down. Don't know if he's going to maybe let somebody try a kick here, maybe punt it away, maybe just go for it. He's still kind of changing in and out personnel for Wachusett.
Well, they're not going to come out and punt it.
Apparently they're going to go for it.
I wouldn't be surprised with a quick kick here either. Nope, they were going to throw it, and I think Fitchburg decided to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think that was one of those where Dan Walker was at the sideline and right next to the referee saying, you know, I want a timeout right here. Got the timeout. Now he has some idea what Mike Dubzinski has in mind.
Oh, Fitchburg thought they were going to punt when they first came out because they had Sal Figueroa back on the goal line to return the punt.
By the way, have you noticed if I said Steve Dubzinski at all tonight during the play of the game?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, if I'm absolved of any kind of thing like that, where there were like 12 Dubzinskis on the score on the team.
You haven't called him John Dubzinski, Walter Dubzinski.
Well, we'll see if Mike Dubzinski changes his mind. He's got to get down to the 10 for a first down.
He needs 24 yards for a first down. I'm a little surprised he's not going to try to pin Fitchburg deep in their own territory.
I'd like to see a kick. Why not?
That'd be almost 50 yards from where.
Kick it. Get in there and kick it.
I don't like to drive that far and kick it.
Well, they're going to try a long pass. Long and deep and incomplete. Some pretty good coverage back there, but once again, thrown over the head of the receiver. And Fitchburg will take over. First down and 10. Here it is.
That time, McCarthy had good protection. Not McCarthy, excuse me. That was Lucia has good protection. He was throwing for McCarthy. But Fitchburg will have their best starting field position at their own 32.
Tom Burschult is one of the guys for Fitchburg to be back there on the play. So the Red Raiders here will go at the 32-yard line. 32-yard line for Fitchburg High School. First down and 10. Murphy calling signals. Hands it off. And once again, going nowhere is Alex Marrero. Here's a play.
Marrero tries to spin around in the hole here and comes out of that spin and gets drilled after a gain of 2.
Gain of a couple, make it second down and 8. As you see the clock over there, 5:15 and counting. Second down and 8, with Wachusett leading by a score of 7-0 as we approach the end of the first half. Second down and 9 play. Murphy back to pass. Just kind of throws it up in the air, and now the whistles go.
Yeah, they're going to call intentional grounding.
Yeah. Coach may be replaying this during the week.
Not sure what Murphy was thinking.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what that was.
It's like
they're going to call him.
I'm about to be tackled. I'm going to get rid of the ball.
Yeah. It's like Alan Alda and Paper Lion. So
I
that's
didn't hear what the coaches were saying. Did you happen to hear that? No.
He was just trying to avoid the sack, and actually that ball was like it went backwards. So it's an attempt.
Whatever it was, I mean, it was ugly.
It was ugly, and it's also with the intentional grounding, it's spot of the foul and loss of down. So it goes from 2nd and 8 to 3rd and 22.
Coach Kazenza on the sideline. Maybe saw something that he wanted to pass along to Coach Walker. So now it becomes a 3rd down and 22. Up the middle and not much at all. Up to the 25-yard line, and Fitchburg kicks again. Wow. We've been doing this for a while. This is a pretty prolonged
offensive drought.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I mean, wow. I can't think of anything like that.
Well, you put, I'm not sure how many offensive drives they had last week. Let's say 7 or 8, maybe 9 or 10, and another 5 tonight. And they've only crossed midfield once. And they've only got a couple of first downs last week and only 1 tonight.
Punt goes out of bounds right at the yard line sticker. My guess is it's going to go out right there, which is the 40. Still waiting for where they're going to put the ball. Looks like the
45.
43-yard line, it looks like. No, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
You didn't believe your color guy, did you?
No, you're right. See what they do. They're going to put it right down
Right
at the 45.
Right on the 45.
Yep. That's the Wachusett. That's the Fitchburg 45-yard line, pardon me. And whistles. Whistles are going off in my head here.
Wachusett took a timeout.
So we can see if we can fix this up here. Right there, at the 45-yard line now. Time left, 4:06. I don't know. You haven't kept stats in a while here since you got promoted, but
since my paycheck went down.
That must be woeful as far as numbers.
Yeah, they would. Ugly would be a better word.
Up the middle. Nice rip of about 5 yards.
Well, as of last week, they are extremely fortunate to be 1 score behind.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
I mean, Wachusett's had the ball every time in Fitchburg territory and only have 7 points.
2nd down. They are at the first man. Straight through. 1st down. Bounces off far side. 20-yard line. 10-yard line. And I think he is dragged out of bounds there. Right around the 13-yard line. Here's your replay.
Just a little delay over the left side. Missed tackle at the line of scrimmage. And then Matt Russell, number 40, off to the races. And it is Tyree Hampton, number 9, from behind, and finally corrals him, but not before he gets inside the 10.
Nice run by Russell. And now Wachusett inside the 10-yard line. It will be 1st down and goal. And whistles.
Timeout, Fitchburg.
Fitchburg took a timeout. Boy, it has to get to the part where something's, I think I mentioned this earlier, but it's got to be demoralizing. Although you were on a great team that
nothing can be more demoralizing.
Never scored a point.
We didn't score a point all year.
All
so
year. And tell people who your coach was at that time.
Jeff O'Neill was my head coach. Joe Solomito, who recently unfortunately passed away, was one of our assistants.
Yeah.
Jack Keating, who passed away a while ago, very well-known youth basketball coach, was another assistant. We were horrible.
Yeah. So anytime you see Coach O'Neill, and a pretty good career did Coach O'Neill.
And we were not
it all started there.
Not only were we bad, we cheated. I mean, we used JV guys. We had sophomores playing because we didn't have enough freshmen, and we still couldn't move the ball.
They still couldn't win. They couldn't move the ball. They couldn't score a touchdown.
Remember, our first game, we were on the road. We went to Hudson, and we had like 21 guys on the bus. And they came out of the locker room, it looked like Alabama. They just kept coming. Our only offensive gain that game against Hudson was a penalty on them. Thank God in freshman days.
That's brutal.
There was no clock on the board, so the Johnny Quirks of the world. Those games were over. Those games were over in an hour.
Game over.
Yep.
Handoff coming to the near side. 5 and in for the touchdown, a Wachusett touchdown. And Wachusett gets on the board once again. It's Baltrusek.
Yep, on the sweep, the old Green Bay sweep, power sweep to the right. And they had it well blocked. He doesn't get hit till he gets to the goal line. And by that time, too late.
Zach Baltrusek getting the touchdown, and now making it a 13-0 Wachusett lead.
We'll see if this one can make it out into Circle Street.
Oh, something to shoot for. Extra point coming up.
Again, with all the leaves on the tree, that's going to be tough to drive it through there.
Snap down, kick up, and not bad.
It's a pop-up.
Oh, well, it was down by the concession stand, just to the left. 2:55 to play first half, and Fitchburg trailing 14-0, and looking to get something going. I mean, last week, 3-0 the final score. This week, 14-0. And they're just trying to get something positive.
Somebody's got to make a play. Somebody's got to pop a big play so they can get some confidence and some momentum going.
I don't think I mean, last year was, what Pittsburgh did last year. They got off to a horrible start.
I remember last year they were 0-4, and then they rolled off 6 straight.
Right. That would be hard to do 2 in a row.
Yep. But the iron of their schedule is up front again. I mean, they had Brockton last week. Wachusett is always good. They go to St. John's next week. So that's 3 tough opponents to start with.
Yeah.
And then face them both later in the season after losing to them early and beat them both in the playoffs. But it's much harder to make the playoffs this year. There's only 4 teams, not 8.
Ball was fumbled at the 20-yard line. He tried to go to the far side and went under somebody's arm, and all that running around really didn't get him far. Yeah, let's see if we can get a little replay on that one. There it is. There's a little whoop. Got to go one way, and he goes under the arm. Whoop.
Start the music, and now we go.
Oh, Larry the Cheese. There you go. 17-yard line after all that mess. And that is where Wachusett will start first and 10. Okay, some problems with the... Is that coach who said he wasn't going to interfere during the game?
Standing on the chain? Is that...
You're not going to keep him bolted down, I'll tell you that. Morero, I believe that was Morero going around the far side. And one of the longer runs of the night. See if we can catch that.
I remember last week, the first play from scrimmage, he ran about 14 yards, and everybody said, oh, here we go. And then that was it for the night. This time he bounces it to the outside. Gets pretty close to 10 yards. Going to come up a little bit short. They're going to mark him short.
He likes that little spin move, doesn't he? Second down play, 2nd and 1. Murphy will roll out and kind of put the ball up there too long. And boy, he left A.J. Williams out to dry. Goes incomplete, pardon me. 3rd down and about a yard. Here it is.
A half roll, the ball's thrown high and away, and that leaves Murphy kind of exposed. A free shot for the linebacker as Nick Gazzardelli, number 44, comes over and lays him out.
So let's pick up the first down first here on this 3rd down play. Give and do appear to have a first down. kind of be dependent. I don't know if they got a good mark here. I thought he
Yep, first down.
yeah, they got it? Okay. I thought initially, here's where he got it right there, and then they kind of turned him back a bit.
Yeah, it was A.J. Williams, the fullback, who got the initial surge to get enough yardage for the first down and then got driven back. Fitchburg probably more than happy to go in the locker room at 14-0. They will get the second half kickoff unless they bust a big play.
First down play. Murphy back to pass, kind of loops one downfield. Caught! 50-yard line, 40-yard line, 30, and close to the 20-yard line. Interception. C.J. Bears. They're going to call that.
Or Byers.
Or Byers, there it is. Just went up and got it. Good timing.
Yep. Caught the ball at the top, right in front of the defensive back. Had one guy to beat, and that was number 10, Ryan McCarthy, who finally able to drag him down. There's the big play Fitchburg needed.
Got the ball down to the 23-yard line. 1:22. Play in the first half. First down play coming up here, down close to the 20-yard line, as you can see right there. Right on the line of scrimmage. Waiting for a while, and now they get the whistle to play. Murphy calls signals. And Herrero hit in the backfield. Leaned forward to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. There's too much penetration. There it is.
There we go. High Lee, high low. One low, one high.
No chance.
Yep. The linebacker by the legs, and then the big defensive tackle, number 76.
The clock is
continuing.
Clock's continuing to run here. Fitchburg has no timeouts left.
That can't
Isn't that right?
No, that can't be right.
That can't be right either. That's what it says on the board. Loops it up in the air. Jump ball, incomplete. Intended receiver was C.J. Bears again.
Kind of the same play they hit for the big completion. As Byers tries to go up in front of the defensive back, but that ball was thrown a little bit too high and overthrown. And bring up a third down and 12.
Yeah, it says on the scoreboard that Fitchburg has no timeouts left. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I think they have 3.
We'll find out. Third down and 12. Shotgun for Murphy. Rolling out, throws, and he underthrew his receiver. Goes incomplete. Fourth down coming up. So now the Mountaineers getting kind of wise to the little jump toss.
Penetration is still a big problem. They're Murphy's not getting a heck of a lot of time to look downfield.
Whistles blow, and some of the players from Wachusett are applauding, but I believe it's
Fitchburg took a timeout.
They took a timeout.
Yep.
Coach Walker over there talking with his quarterback. I'd like to tell you what's coming up at halftime, but I have no idea. Probably band, probably interviews, that kind of stuff, so you want to stay around for that. Murphy going to go back to pass. Dumps it over, incomplete. Tipped in the air by Jeff Williamson. He's the guy that tipped it, and the play is nothing happens at all to it, and Fitchburg will change possession.
Tried to set the screen up, but you could see there were 3 or 4 white shirts there. Even if that ball gets to the intended receiver with Marrero, that play's got nowhere to go.
Probably time for one play, and that would do it for the first half.
Yeah, I think Wachusett is going to kneel down and take that 14-0 lead to the locker room.
Yep. Well, Fitchburg trailing by 14. I think it could be a lot worse than that.
It could be.
And they'll have to regroup here at the half. And as we said, we're just waiting for it to wind down here. And that will do it for the first half of play. At the end of the first half of play, the score is Wachusett Regional 14 and Fitchburg High School nothing.
Coming here live at Crocker Field, I'm Emil Jimenez, and with me is Mr. Ray Casenza. So, Mr. Casenza, after having so many years vested in Fitchburg football, how do you think the season's going?
Well, we had a great start last week, even though we lost to a real good Brockton team. I thought our kids played really hard. They were well prepared. A tough 3-0 loss. But we're going to have to play a little better tonight. I mean, Wachusett is playing very well, but I like our team. Our coaches have done a great job preparing them, and hopefully we can make a nice comeback in the second half.
All right. Tonight's a very special night. So we have a special fundraising here for the Damage Concession Stand on October 10th, 2015 at 11 a.m. at Hollis Hills Farm. There's a 5-mile road race. You can register at racewire.com for $20. With me here is the Red Raider mascots, Marissa and Tanner. So guys, what's it like being the Raiders?
It's an amazing feeling. I love being out here, cheering with my school, and being in front of them is just an awesome feeling.
I think the best part is just being around all my classmates, all the fans, players, cheerleaders, everybody. Because we're all in this for the same thing. To get our numbers on that board.
It's been a beautiful time out here at Crocker Field, and there's still time to come join us. I'm Emil Jimenez, signing off live at Crocker Field. Back to you guys in the booth.
Well, we're back. And we've been trying to figure out what's going on here. As the Red Raiders trail, they do get the ball back here to begin the second half, but they trail has been dominated. Game has been dominated by Wachusett Regional tonight. Oh, jeez. Louis, we had a guest on at halftime. Only you couldn't hear him. And he stole base, anyways, we screwed up microphones, so here we go.
Let's go! That was beautiful. What the hell is going on there?
Oh. Okay, we have a minute. Yes, still, Wachusett's been out there practicing for 5 minutes. Here's tonight's list. Helping us out tonight, you saw Glenn Foster just a few moments ago. Our sideline camera's Michael Smith. John Gogarty is our director tonight. Ty Dorsey, a sideline camera. Tim Doust, replay. I think Tim was at the event last night, which everybody seems to be talking about. Travis Falk, technical. Is that it? I mean, Travis does a lot more than that. He
Wow, he just got technical?
He just got technical. Scott May. Going to be nice to him. He's the boss. Says audio, but I'm just going to say
boss.
Executive King. Matt Carroll's on a camera, as well as David Oster, and we thank them all. They're all volunteers, and they all help out when we do these games. And folks, older folks can't, get out to watch the game. They may be in a hospital, they may be at home, and if we can bring them the game and they enjoy it, then it makes it all worthwhile.
When I watch the bowling show, Travis has all kinds of titles.
This is mine, right?
No, that's mine, but you can have it. Would you lose your pen already?
I have it already.
Yeah,
Yeah, Travis, he has got all sorts of. Where are you? Where is that camera? There was one there, but all right. Well, let's see what the Red Raiders learned during their halftime. Well, I see a lot of people coming through the gates over there. And a bigger crowd than last week.
Yeah, especially in the student section.
Yeah, and Wachusett's brought down some folks,
Wachusett's
too.
about 50, I'd say, across the way. Brockton brought about 10. See if the Red Raiders can give the home crowd something to cheer about here in the second half.
And the second half is underway. It's a line drive kick, end over end, selling down to about the 10. Far side 20. Out to the 30-yard line and kind of getting tripped out of bounds there. Fitchburg will have good field position here. Maybe we can see that. I don't know if it was Sal or not.
Yeah, that was Sal.
There's the replay. It was number 1, and that would be Sal Figueroa. Nice run back. And Fitchburg's got good field position. They are on 35-yard line.
Let's go, offense! Let's go, sideline! Let's hear it!
Fitchburg quarterback Murphy. Hands off to Alex Marrero, and he's chased down from behind. He just hasn't been able to get anywhere.
Well, when you have to, he gets pressure right away, tries to spin away, and then is forced to run east and west. Again, just too many white shirts in the Fitchburg backfield. Wachusett is not scared of Fitchburg throwing the ball downfield, so they're just playing 8 or 9 guys, sometimes 10 up in the box, and just daring them to beat him on a pass.
Nick Zodley made the play for Wachusett. Second down and long. And they give the handoff to the near side. It's Marrero again. And not really having much of a run at all. Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe even lost a little bit on the play. Here's your replay. You still think he's going to get the ball, so he's staying right there.
Yeah, and Wachusett continues to run blitz. They're sending linebackers and defensive backs even on first and second down. And that's causing havoc with the blocking schemes for Fitchburg.
Third down and 13. A give is to Figueroa, trying to get around the far side and taken down there. Well short of a first down, and Fitchburg will have to kick.
Something you've had to said too much the last 2 weeks. Fitchburg short of a first down, and they'll have to kick.
Yeah. And they've had some problems again with the punts. Let's see what they do this time. Low snap. They do manage to get it away. It's a high kick that bounces, well, actually in the air, it goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that's where Wachusett will start, first and 10, at their own 30-yard line.
Their worst field position of the night.
So if Fitchburg's going to hang in here, it's got to be their defense that does the job.
Well, they only can do it for so many times, and your offense can't keep going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and expect the defense to keep you in the game.
Right up the middle. A yard, maybe 2. Just a straight give right up the middle there, and hole filled up quickly by a Red Raider, a red shirt. Gain of 2, second down and 2. And this time we'll go up to the far side. Still no whistle. Now there's a whistle.
Like a rugby scrum.
Yeah, they kind of got over the 35 up to the 37-yard line.
There's Matt Russell from his fullback spot. He just keeps those legs chugging, and the pile keeps moving and edging forward. What looked like it would be stopped for a couple of yards turns into 5.
So they got a third down coming up here, and I'm going to say 5. It says 4 on there, but we'll go with 4. There's a little picture on the. There's a coaching staff. Will you slide that around the sideline, guys, and see it? We'll check in with. Just kind of slide. Oh, there's Coach Dubzinski right there. No, you can zoom in on him. Do you see 44? Guys in the truck. Yeah, go in on number 44, right next to him. There you go. All right, okay, there's the coach. Yep. He's the guy that says that he's retired and he's not involved anymore. Are you kidding me?
I thought he was the water boy.
Great to see him. Third down play coming up, 3rd and 4. Running back to pass, coming near side and throws, and it is caught right at midfield. That'll be a first down. Nice play by the Wachusett quarterback.
That should have been a hold there, but they got away with it. Springs the receiver, number 14, Josh Furtado, open, and a first down.
Yeah, that's good because I want to see that hold.
Because Tyree Hampton, I think, would have had a shot to bring the quarterback down had he did not get grabbed and spun around.
Here it is. Now
watch Hampton come from there, and he gets grabbed right there in the back.
Yeah.
That allows the quarterback to get around the corner and complete the pass.
Not much there. Fitchburg, geez, when are they going to blow a whistle? Oh, looked like he stopped progress a long time ago.
Yeah, it looked like when right about there, forward progress is stopped.
We've seen that, though. Some referees do that, though. It takes an awful long time before they blow that whistle.
The running back doesn't want to go down. They don't want to take away that chance that he might break out of that pile.
Yeah.
But it seems to me when you got 4 guys hanging on him, nothing good's going to happen.
2nd down and 14. Handoff comes from the near side. Some good pressure from behind, but they still manage to get a few yards out of the play.
They string Balzac up as he tries to go inside. Had nowhere to go, runs it to the outside.
There it is.
They're going to chase him down from behind and finally run him out of bounds.
He kind of looking, and then he started to make his curve in. And
C.J. Byers and then a couple other Red Raider defensive players come over and knock him out of bounds.
3rd and 12. As they place the ball right at the Wachusett 48-yard line. Lucia gonna give, and for the first time tonight, nice defensive play. That was a guy offensively, 35 has been playing very well all night, but not on this play. He was right there.
Michael Bork. Yep, Michael Bork, 57.
Nice. Right there.
Going to give him a little back body slam.
4th down, and I would think that Wachusett is going to kick it.
I believe this is the first punt by the Mountaineers here. Sal Figueroa back in single coverage.
Kind of a high snap, but they do get away. Good kick, end over end. Figueroa, 30-yard line, near side, 35, 40, and down he goes there at the 40-yard line, 41-yard line, and that's where Fitchburg takes over, first down and 10. You don't get that feeling as though anything's gone up, but I mean, they're still in there. It's still in the ball game.
That was a nice job by Sal Figueroa coming up and catch that low line drive kick, not letting it bounce. By doing that, he catches it on the run and brings it back out to the 41-yard line.
A lot of people in the cheering section tonight, which is nice to see. 10 for the Red Raiders, trailing in the ball game by a score of 14-0. Murphy, a little delay. Marrero, right side, picks his way through for about 4. Brings up a third down play.
One of the few times tonight that Marrero gets to the line of scrimmage before he has to dodge a white shirt. Able to pick out about 4 yards out to the 45-yard line.
It will be 2nd down and 6. To go here right at the 45-yard line of Fitchburg. Murphy hands off to the first man, and he's gang tackled there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a little bit on that play. Here's your replay.
A.J. Williams is trying to get that quick hitter by the fullback, but nothing but Mountaineer white jerseys in the middle of the field.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. The Raiders kind of looking things over here at an I formation. The second man trying to find a hole. Marrero dancing side to side. And finally, he decides to go.
It's a block. Ooh, nice chop back block. What darn tootin' was that?
He went all over the place, but I can't believe there's not a penalty on that. There it is.
Well, there was nowhere to go, obviously, and then start the music now, because 3, 4, 5, 6, and now he's got a lane. He gets a great crackback block there by Byers, and somehow Marrero gets a first down. Fitchburg player was down. It might have been a cramp. That was Tyree Hampton, who kind of limps off to the sideline.
We got a first down out of that.
I don't know how.
No, I didn't either.
Just a great individual effort by Marrero. Has to avoid the entire defensive team in the offensive backfield. He gets one block at the corner.
I think everybody got a part of him in that 10-yard run. Late man coming on the field. First down and 10 for the Red Raiders. Throws it on the near side. Caught by Marrero. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
They've tried this play 3 or 4 times tonight, where they try to get Marrero behind the trips on a screen play, but they just don't give him any time to catch the ball and turn upfield.
So that brings up a 2nd down. Just joined us, 14-0 Wachusett. 2:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Out here at a beautiful Crocker Field. Throws it, it's intercepted. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown. It was a tip ball, and coming down with it was Ryan Poma, and Poma took it, went right down the Fitchburg sideline. Here it is.
Yeah, it's going to go off the hands. We're thrown behind the intended receiver, and Nick Zotterly there of Wachusett makes the interception.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Nick Zotterly. We mentioned him a couple of times earlier.
Yep.
So we give the credit to number 44, Nick Zotterly, and that really makes things different now, because now it's 20-0.
Yeah, now you've realistically, if you're going to try to come back in this game, you have to get out of that 3 yards and a cloud of dust mentality.
Extra point is coming up. And the kick is up. And just to the left of the concession stand. The kick is good. 2:17 to play in the third quarter, and the score is now Wachusett Regional 21 and Fitchburg High School nothing.
Now the pass intended for John Cowett, thrown behind him. He reached up, got a hand on it, and tipped the ball perfectly in the air for Nick Zotterly, who has nothing but Crockerfield green grass in front of him.
Some games coming up in the not too distant future. We have a game coming up against Bridgewater State, Fitchburg State, Bridgewater State. That's a noon game on the 26th of September. Our next game here at Crocker Field will be on the 2nd of October as the Red Raiders play host to Shrewsbury High School. So
the Colonials will be in town.
Colonials will be in town, that's right.
As we mentioned, it doesn't get any easier for the Red Raiders next week as they have to travel down to Shrewsbury and take on old foe St. John's.
Yeah.
Beautiful Pioneer Field.
Yes. Home of Phil's Snack Bar.
Shack, yes.
Yeah, whatever it is. Sailing down to about the 10-yard line. And making a couple of moves, still on his feet, before dragged out at the 30-yard line. That was Sal Figueroa.
And if you go to next week's game, say hi to the parking lot attendants for us. Always our favorite people.
Yes, that's right. Amongst the things that we've done in the past is counterfeit passes to allow us into the game. Almost Mike Flynn in almost a blow-to-blow fight with some 82-year-old guy. Won't give him a hot dog. Got a little ugly.
You guys don't have credentials? No, we just took all this radio equipment in so we didn't have to pay.
Don't miss those games too much. Dump over the middle. It is intercepted. Picked off.
It's completed.
I think I didn't know if did he drop it afterwards, Mike? No, he didn't.
It went off Tyree Hampton's hands and right into the hands of John Cowett.
Oh, there it is. It hit him in the head.
Hit him in the head, Don.
That's where I saw it deflected, and it finally came down.
See it again. I think you're right. I think the ball goes right off the helmet of Tyree Hampton.
Yeah. Because I see it deflected. Here it is.
Let's see if it goes off his head.
Boink.
Yeah, kind of hand and head, and nice hands by Cowett.
Oh, there it is. Boink.
Yep, boink.
It's definitely a boink. Definitely a candidate for boink.
And then good hands by John Cowett to catch the deflection. That's Tyree Hampton down again. I think he's been having trouble with some leg cramps.
Well, this is the kind of weather that's conducive to that stuff.
Yeah, it was really hot. Now it's cooling down a little bit.
Yeah.
The humidity's up a little bit.
I'll take this, though. What a beautiful night.
Well, it's better than having 8 inches of ice on the field.
As Mike said, the injured player is Tyree Hampton. And he's got a slow jog going, so seems like he may be okay. So after the interception, Fitchburg will get the ball right at the 45-yard line. That's their 45-yard line. And Fitchburg's quarterback is John Murphy. Murphy got to roll out to the near side. In trouble. And just throws it out of bounds. Didn't throw it that far out of bounds. He probably should have really thrown it out of bounds, but it goes for nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
It's forced out of the pocket, rolls to his left and tries to throw it back across his body. And as we mentioned earlier, that never is anything good that happens on that play. Unless you have time to stop, set your feet, and turn your shoulders upfield.
Calling signals here. There's a man wide open on the near side. Finally, Wachusett got a hold of it. Murphy dumps it out, and it's incomplete. Guy there was with a white shirt.
They keep trying to set that screenplay up behind the trips receivers, and Wachusett's had that play diagnosed every time.
Here it is, just kind of dumping over, and
There's nobody there. The closest player is an offensive lineman. That was Michael Burke, number 57.
Yeah.
Who obviously he's not eligible.
Let's go, Raiders! Let's go!
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 now.
Let's go!
Murphy, quick pass. And incomplete on the far side. Here's your replay.
Tried to hit the timing route to Figueroa on the far sideline, or was it
Threw it right over his head.
that Byers who was deeper down the field? So after the deflected pass that went for a 1st down and a completion, 3 straight incompletions, and Isis is on the field to punt.
Punt sailing down, and they're going to grab it on the fly at the 20-yard line. 25, 30, still on his feet. And he is heading down. He's got one more block. There's a blocker there for him at the 10, the 5, and he is in for the touchdown. Ryan McCarthy. Here he is wearing number 10, Ryan McCarthy. I think he had one of these last week, if I remember.
Well, it was actually a good directional punt by Facundo Isis. He had him pinned against the far sideline, but there were 5 red shirts there. Nobody made the tackle. And once he broke that early containment, off to the races.
Yeah, McCarthy had a 60-yard punt return last week. And this one was up there. What are you going to give?
That was close to 75. It looked like he caught it around the 25-yard line.
So, big play by Ryan McCarthy, and the extra point attempt is up, and the kick is good. 10, what is that? 2 seconds. 10 seconds.
No, that's 101.
Is that 101?
That's
We
101.
can see it on our screen
it's
better.
Much better there.
101. And the score changes, 28-0. At the half, it was 14-0. Cheerleaders and all that are still here.
Still searching for Mr. Touchdown.
Yeah, Mr. Touchdown's getting a little dusty.
Mr. Touchdown's I think he's in the rubble over the concession stand.
I don't know what you do when you're Fitchburg coaching staff. You know?
Well, they tried to open up a bit here in the second half, but that hasn't worked. Hasn't worked either.
Kickoff is going down, and I don't know what he did. He put a knee down right at the pylon, and then picked it up and started running. So I don't know where they're going to call. I guess they're going to call him out where he.
It looks like the ball would have gone in the end zone on its own impetus, which would have been a touchback, but. Figueroa decides to pick it up.
He wasn't sure. He just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So
Pittsburgh will start at their own 15.
So so they're going to move the ball. Where are they going to put it? Looking at this near
It's right
15.
Right at the 15.
Yep. First play. Herrero coming to the near side, and once again a couple of I don't know what he's got for carries tonight. Got to have
At
25.
least 20, 25 carries, and most of them were for short yardage and a few of them for negative yardage. I think his longest one might have been 9.
I don't know if he's got a little limp there, too.
And you can't blame him. There's no place to run.
No. And the few times they have thrown, they really haven't had much success either. So, last play of the third quarter. Referee going to roll out far side. It is incomplete. And whistles are going out all over the place. Is that just the quarter?
Yep.
And Murphy going back and dumping it over and kind of paying for it right there.
Little half roll. That one should have been caught. That was thrown pretty well. Would have been a short gain, however.
And that will do it for the third quarter here. And at the end of 3 quarters, the score is Wachusett Regional 28 and Fitchburg High School nothing. So the Red Raiders have now gone 7 full quarters without getting any score. Oh, those water guys, they need water too.
That's some delicious H2O right there.
They need water too. I think the rest of the game are going to be watching the crowd.
Feel free to throw in any of your Waterboy jokes.
Yeah, and Waterboy.
Insert Waterboy joke here.
Yeah.
Name the face in the crowd.
There we go. We've got a couple minutes here. Faces in the crowd here. A lot of old timers still here.
Yep.
Bumped into them a bit earlier tonight. They're just loyalty. Plus, it's a nice day. It's not a nice night to be outside.
Well, you mentioned Charlie Howell there. He's been coming here for.
Oh yeah.
I knew Charlie. Charlie used to come watch softball at Nicholas Field every night.
At Nicholas Field, really?
Yeah, there was a bunch of guys that came every game.
Well, he lives right down the street.
Yeah, so there were like 4 or 5 guys that came every night.
Wow. I can remember that. There were some guys that would just show up every night to watch
They
a
would
ball
sit on
game.
the third base in the third base seats.
Yeah, that's true. Third down coming up here for the Red Raiders. 3rd down and 12. And let's see what the Red Raiders do to get off the schneid here. A little throw and a little timing play, and it goes, it's no good. Just kind of threw it in an area where he thought somebody was going to be. Here it is.
Tried to get Tyree Hampton down the hash marks, but he was well covered. The 3 defensive backs had him surrounded. And that'll bring Facundo Isis back on the field. He might set a Fitchburg record for most punts in the first 2 weeks.
High kick that takes a Fitchburg bounce down to midfield. And that is where things will take over there, right at the 50-yard line. You would think that Coach Dubzinski would.
Oh yeah, 3. He's going to turn. He's going to turn and give. He's not. That's pretty much what he's done most of the night anyway. He hasn't. They've thrown the ball a couple of times.
Of course, Mike's dad, Walter, so many years at Gardner High School, and now retired, but you wouldn't look at it the way he still acts on that sideline. So he's still in there with, he's still in that football environment. First down play, and wow, it's a tough 5 yards, but they're carrying some Fitchburg kids a couple of yards.
did say his wife is very happy he's still involved. He's out of the house every day.
Talking a little bit about John, too. We hadn't seen Mr. Coach John Dubzinski. Haven't seen him in a while. Still involved in stuff, I think, with his son, John, but not sure about that. I think the last time I checked, he was down at North Andover. And North Andover had something like, I don't know, 500 people going out for football.
Yeah, they had like 120.
Here's your replay.
Colin Cummings, who I don't think has had a carry tonight. That'll be his first.
Third down. Third down, and let's say about 4. And maybe another first down, Mike, as they climbed over the 40-yard line down about the 37-yard line. It is a first down.
Balzac again. Could have been a face mask. Very few flags in tonight's game.
No, not many flags at all. We didn't see many last week, did we?
Nope. Nope, no penalty. It should have been right there, but
Yeah, there should have been. Missed it. Second down and about 8 coming up. 8.5 minutes to play in tonight's contest. I forget who Wachusett's playing next.
I didn't see their schedule.
I think I have it somewhere. Now I'm curious.
Somewhere in your voluminous notes, I'm sure it's in there.
Yeah, Fitchburg is at St. John's next week.
Yeah, see, we mentioned no flags, and one comes flying in the pile.
Just kind of looking at this from last year. Fitchburg in the regular season played Wachusett, and Wachusett won 29-18. But in the playoffs, Fitchburg beat Wachusett 36-7.
Yep.
So I'm sure they remember that. Who are we looking for now? Who are they playing next week?
That's what you were searching for, yes. They called a face mask on Fitchburg. Somewhere in that scrum.
They're playing.
Oh, you haven't lost your pen yet.
Oh no, I got it right here. Playing their host. Wachusett's hosting Neshoba next week.
Their home opener.
First down play. Run to the near side. Everybody kind of standing up there, and the whole herd comes towards the near side. Second down and 10. Going to be a pretty quick fourth quarter, I would think.
We can only hope.
Here's a replay.
A little slant to the left side. C.J. Byers and Ryan Poma in on the tackle.
Nice play, but the initial contact there was 57 from the Red Raiders. That's Michael Burke. He made a nice play, good contact, right? And now I think he's getting a difficult time coming up.
Shot right through the, shot right through shed his tackler, but he couldn't wrap up.
Yeah, I couldn't see who that was again. I thought I had that number right, but I don't know. Is that 51?
It's 51 is
It's
down.
51.
Yeah, that's ISIS again.
ISIS. Yeah, he's been down a few times. Fitchburg staff looking at the sideline. Here it is. There's the initial hit.
Yeah, that was Bork who came through, couldn't make the. There's Facundo ISIS coming in, and don't see anything there. Kind of you can see him as he goes down react to the pain, but he walks off under his own power.
Third down and 11. Right now. Taking as much time as they can here. And they give the ball off on the far side for a carry. Maybe a first carry of the night, I'm not sure. For Cole Durkin. So Coach Dubzinski getting some white shirts in there. Some clean shirts. Some of the younger guys getting a little bit of playing time. A 4th down and 10 comes your way for Ben Lucier and the Mountaineers. Lucier really just taking his time here. Handoff, and they go right up the middle, and referee was kind of in the way there. Otherwise, he might have been in. Looked like he was going in, but stopped at about the 10-yard line. Here's your replay.
Colin Cummings again. Finds a nice little seam right up the middle. And runs right through a couple of Red Raider tackles to pick up the first down.
John Cowat amongst those in on the tackle. Give a handoff to the right side. Not much there. Somebody get hurt at the bottom of that pile?
I just think they're gassed.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, a very warm night out there to play football. And a lot of those Fitchburg guys have been out there almost every play. Tyree Hampton off the corner there. Tries to wrap up the running back. Michael Bork comes off with a little bit of a gimp.
Is that Bork or Burke?
We'll go with Burke.
How about if you say Burke?
But
and
when
I'll say
when I
Burke?
look at it, I see Ray Bork, and I see it's spelled. Most of the times it's Burke when it's spelled that way, but
Members of the Wachusett Glee Club here this evening. Handoff goes to the right side, and I don't know if it was a ball that came loose or not. I guess not. Well, the Fitchburg player down. Now he's all right.
stretch out those hamstrings. And there's Victor Perez, number 36, who made the tackle on the play, brought down Jordan Dotson.
Jordan Dotson.
New quarterback in there, I believe, number 2.
Yep.
Mike Fiorelli.
Fiorelli.
Fiorelli, yes.
Mike Fiorelli in at quarterback. Once again to the far side. How close they are to a touchdown, Mike, I don't know.
On the 2-yard line, that was Bishop Bennett with the carry, number 6.
4th down. So we'll go down to the goal line where it looks like there'd be 2 yards for a touchdown. A 4th down and goal. Wachusett just taking their time. Handoff goes straight up the middle. The players turn back. Are they going to say that he got a touchdown or
No,
not?
he's short.
Okay.
Bishop Bennett again. Had
Here it
a little
is.
seam, but a pretty good tackle right there. Trying to catch who that was. That was number 1. That was Sal Figueroa still in the ball game. Nice man-on-man tackle, and that's Tyree Hampton's been down 3 or 4 times tonight with that cramp.
So I believe that will do it. The Red Raiders will take over now. Don't think that the traffic is going to be that bad.
I don't know. There's still a lot of people in that student section.
.145 as you see there.
Nice trees.
And I think Fitchburg is going to take a timeout. So while I have a second here, I want to thank our crew. Glenn Foster for the halftime work and Michael Smith for the sideline camera. John Gogarty's been our director this evening. Ty Dorsey, the sideline reporter. Tim Doust, replay. Travis Falk handling all the technical stuff, running around like a nut here before the game. Scott May handling the audio along with Matt Carroll and David Oster on the camera. So thanks, guys. All volunteers, all helpful. They do a great job, and all those folks that can't get out to the game, they thank you very much too. Next game here at Crocker Field will be on the 2nd of October, so we'll be here as the Red Raiders play host to Shrewsbury High School. That's coming up on October the 2nd. And the way things are going, it'll be here before you know it.
That would be Columbus Day weekend. No, but that's
just
the week
flies.
before.
First down play. Still a lot. I know. Yeah, it does. Did you hear this? Just awful screaming down here. Just, wow. They should have been at last night's debate.
They were.
They were, yeah. All sorts of whistles going off here and everything. I think that's Marrero. I think he's done for the night. They'll keep him to the side. Why play him now, right? Minute to play. And breaking out for a
That's A.J. Williams. I believe.
nice little run there up to the 40-yard line. Here's your replay. Right on the far sideline. Kind of bounces out there.
Off to the races. Finally gets
Follow me.
knocked out of bounds by number 27, Chris Villarmary. Oops. Bravo. Well, that's a fitting conclusion of the offense tonight.
There's 30 seconds to play, and this game that was from the very beginning, all Wachusett, they just here's Coach Dubzinski up there, Mike Dubzinski, head coach. With all the sessions and all that stuff afterwards, all the, looking through tapes and all that, I would think Dad probably does some of that too, given his vast experience. So the Mountaineers, their record is going to go to 2-0 right now, and Fitchburg will dip to 0-2. And coach is going to come over and congratulate each other. Okay, that'll do it. All you folks out there, hope you enjoyed it, got something out of it. For all of us, the final score here on a beautiful Friday night. Not so beautiful for the Red Raiders. They lose tonight, Wachusett 28, and Fitchburg High School nothing. Have a great weekend, everybody.